I like to go to the library, not so much to take books out, but to sit around and have a bit of quiet time, maybe to find something that I enjoy and read it, and then come back another time, see if I could find it again. Well, they are meant to be quiet, but sometimes they can be a bit loud, so
I go to the library to take books out so I can read them at home, or sometimes if I don't have my library card, just sit in the library and try and read a bit.
On information books, like sometimes maths and like history, so I learn stuff about when I wasn't born.
Because in Kings Heath Library there's an adult bit which has the entrance, and that's usually quite quiet, just with the people who are taking books out. And then there's the children's section, which is sort of in a different room.
Maybe like with the designing, you could have like a huge canopy and then go under, and there could be like some sofas and things that you sit on and read your books.
Well, my mum actually, someone gave her loads and loads of books as a donation to this library, so that's why we've got lots of good picture books and stuff. And then we've got loads of sets, so we've got Rainbow Magic sets and Horrid Henry sets.
Rainbow? What's that?
Rainbow Magic.
Never
You
heard
never
of
heard of Rainbow Magic? The Rainbow Fairies.
to do a bit of work when we were younger kids, we'd use this place a lot, and we used to sometimes do art here, but I remember doing tests and holding up
I did my
books here.
maths test here.
It would probably have to be like this because it's a school library, but it gets a bit cramped sometimes because it's quite small. So,
I mean,
Lots of chairs everywhere.
the Key Stage 1 library is definitely more colourful and more for
little
younger
kids.
children.
Yeah, the
than
Key Stage
the other
2
one.
library.
The Key Stage 2 library is practically just books, tables and chairs.
You read books and take them home if you want to. You can take story CDs at home as well as books. Sometimes they've got computers that you do work on sometimes. Or you can play on them if you don't have a computer at home. You can colour in sometimes. Yeah, there are competitions. What you can do is you can sometimes you can make stuff. Oh, and you can attend to reading challenges. Because you might don't go there to do homework because it's a bit quieter maybe than it is at home. Maybe decide to your parents if you want to get something. Or if your parents are reading you a book. Yeah. I'd like to make books, a shelf that has new books and you can borrow them. Maybe the children could make their own books. Or like people could come to the library and you could say maybe like, oh, can we make a story about, and then what books? Well, sort of you just sit and enjoy books and you get inspired by different authors.
Read books and like get inspired to draw things and write my own stories.
Well, I go and find a book that's quite thick that I can just sit down and enjoy for the whole of the time, and I quite like thick books.
I go and find the section about authors and then read books of their life.
I look for new books, and then when I finish reading them, if they're really good, when I go home, I go on the internet and search the authors to find any other books.
I don't always read books. Sometimes I just you can also go on the computers and stuff, but I sometimes just sitting down. I also like just having a break, just chilling and reading all my favourite books. And I like going on the computer and finding new books and more inspiration.
I'll look around the library for maybe another one in the series, and that's what I like about libraries.
What I also like about libraries is how you can just always enjoy a book. There's always one book that's perfect, and you don't have to be surrounded by all cars and noise, and it's just peaceful and quiet.
Like if you're a good writer or something, you could just skim through books and get characters from them and make your own story.
Draw pictures from them and get my own inspiration to write my own stories and stuff.
Which helps them write their own stories. Like if they're in an English lesson, they're really stuck. They remember the story that they read from a book.
You can, because we recently did this thing called 500 Words and we write our own stories, and I used loads of inspiration like cliffhangers and stuff from other stories.
Yeah.
Competitions like the summer reading one, and it's not just stay there to read books, you can win prizes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's there to have fun mostly, but it's also there for serious better. You should just sit and
So
enjoy
you feel
yourself.
welcome.
Mm.
Feel welcome.